Good morning. It is week 9 of the Canadian Football League 2026 play along. I'm cutting this one close, being Saturday morning. But fortunately, I'm going to be able to get it done before. I have not yet had to catch up a league week this year, so I'm hoping I won't have to. Game one, we have the BC Lions, who are 4-2 in my pre-play against Winnipeg, who is struggling. They are, where's Winnipeg? Winnipeg is 2-5, and again 4-2. So BC though today is +0 scoring potential, or I should say scoring bonus. Winnipeg at home is a +2, so +10% is what that means. And I've got my old scoring deck here. Again, this is weighted a little more toward American football in the 60s. So you'll see a lot more runs and fullback runs in this deck. But for now, it gives us some sense of the action. I'm not writing down the box scores in this anyway. I'm just scoring it. But I like, even if I don't track this stuff, I like to do it for my own. It just gives a little more oomph to a simple score machine, score generator. All right, BC, coached by Pierce. This team has got a quarterback in Rourke and backfield with Butler that are fantastic. Hatcher, Jackson, Mayala, McInnes, and Cynical are the receivers I have here. White and Berryhill is the return man. On the flip side, Winnipeg Blue Bombers, again at 2-5, struggling. O'Shea is the main man. We've got Colares, Oliveria, Wilson, White, Dembski, Neild, and Cobb are the receivers. Castillo, the place kicker of Laval, is the return man at Princess Auto Stadium. And here we go. BC's first drive of the game is going to end in a touchdown, which is a halfback Butler 59-yard carry touchdown. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers are going to score a touchdown. It's going to be a pass touchdown of 57 yards to Dembski. It's 7-7. First quarter's in the books. BC Lions go to work trying to keep up. They're going to fail to. They're going to be shut out. Why are they shut out? They're shut out on a sack, fumble recovery by the DB. Sack, fumble recovery by the DB. Lineman 2 would be credited with a sack on that card. Winnipeg on a short field. They're going to go touchdown. Touchdown is a run for 1 by the running back. Oliveria, I believe is how you say that. All right, BC, third quarter. What are they going to do? They're going to be shut out again. Uh-oh. Rourke and Butler and company are struggling. It is a big hit. Fumble recovered. Linebacker 2. So we get a hammer on Butler, who scored with a 57-yard shot into the end zone in the first quarter. And since then, it's been turnover city for BC. Winnipeg, what will they do with a turnover? They're going to score multiple points, and that makes complete sense. They'll score 10. They're going to get a pass to the flanker back, White, for a touchdown. And they're going to kick a Castillo field goal of 59 yards. Holy criminy. And that's a big one for Winnipeg. Fourth quarter, we're going to start with Winnipeg. Winnipeg's going to get a touchdown. It's going to be a quarterback TD run to 2. So Colares from the 2 trots into the end zone. BC in the fourth quarter is going to muster a touchdown with a failed extra point. It's going to be a run by their halfback Butler. So Butler's going to get a second TD. But it's going to be 13-31. BC's now 4-3. That's a little closer to how BC's been playing. Winnipeg's 3-5. Not bad. And that wraps up game 1 of the week. Toronto doesn't play this week. They get to lick their wounds, study their game film, recover their injury, and think about how they're going to be a better football team. Toronto, that's what you do in your off week, right? Today's well, that's what you used to do in your off week, right? You would keep working. That's, back in the day, players kept working even in their off week. Nowadays, they take their mini vacation somewhere, or they go out and stay on a ranch or ride horses around and commune with nature. They do something that isn't all that tough nowadays, right? That's my early morning old man gripe. Reality is, I'm sure they're busting their arse. They bust their arse as much, if not more, today than they ever did. Year-round athletes got to stay fit year-round now. So they're doing their work in different ways, generally. All right, we have Montreal coming in here to Ottawa. Ottawa, I'm telling you, is a franchise that needs to right the ship. That's all I can say about that. Montreal Alouettes, Moss, head coach, Alexander at quarterback, Theus at halfback, Holland, Sneed, Spiker, again, that may be Speaker, Stearns and Philpott, and Maltos doing the place kicking. Brooks, very good return man. And on the flip side, we have Dinwiddie in control of the Red Blacks, Mayer at quarterback, Bell at halfback, Lewis, Hardy, White, Eberhardt, and Pimpleton are the receivers. Lather is the place kicker, and of course Pimpleton is also doing the return duties for the sake of my dad. We are at TD Place. This is an Eastern Division, our Eastern Conference matchup. Montreal has a 20% scoring increase against Ottawa, and Ottawa has a plus 5% at home. So let's see what Montreal does, and this could get ugly. Oh, Montreal shut out in the first quarter. That Red Blacks play way above their head, and they have a big hit fumble recovery by the star defensive lineman against Theus. So Theus gets popped in the backfield, ball comes loose, squirts up into the air, and is recovered by a linebacker. Wow, Ottawa gets a great start at home, and they're going to fail to score as well. First quarter, 0-0. Big hit, fumble recovery by the defensive back. So this would have been a pass completed out to Hardy, and Hardy would have got lit up by somebody, and he would have coughed it up. Folks, it's 0-0 after the first quarter. All right, here we go. Montreal with a +4. They got to do something, right? Now I got to re-roll that. It's going to be 2 +4 shutout. Oh my God, the Red Blacks are playing perfect defense. Intercepted by linebacker 4. So their fourth linebacker on their roster is in the game for maybe a third and short or second and short, or maybe he's in for a nicked up player, and he's going to get an interception. And Montreal, the number 1 scoring team in our league, shut out in the first half by Ottawa. This is crazy time. 14-15, Ottawa's going to score a touchdown pass of 28 yards to Hardy. And it's 7-0 at halftime. Ottawa Red Blacks. The fans here at TD Place on their feet cheering. They can't believe it. All right, here we go. We're going to start the third quarter with Ottawa for dramatic reasons. Ottawa comes out and scores another touchdown after the halftime pep talk by Dinwiddie. It's a touchdown run by the third running back. I don't have a third running back listed, so I'll just put down touchdown. Won't matter. I'm not tracking that. But for those at home who would be, the third running back on Ottawa's team, it punches it in from 3 yards out. Montreal now, their third quarter run, they need to start scoring. Oh, 1 shutout! The Red Blacks playing perfect football. Big hit, fumble recovery by the DB. So again, Alexander drops back, fires a bullet to Sneed in the flat. He gets popped, and the ball's raked loose by a secondary tackler, and that's it. They drop on the ball, does DB for the Red Blacks. Unbelievable, 14-0. We'll start with the Red Blacks for drama's sake. Fourth quarter. They're going to get a field goal. That field goal is 58 yards by Lather. Makes it 17-0. Fourth quarter. Believe it or not, with a +4, if I roll a 20, Montreal will tie the game in the fourth quarter. 11 + 4 is 15. It's a touchdown. They're going to get something. A 66-yard punt return by Brooks. That's all they muster. Holy cow. Ottawa absolutely showed up and and we're talking about a +4, and they could not score until the fourth quarter. The Red Blacks just play their hearts out. Oh my God. Man, you got to love this game. Okay, so Montreal came in here 6-1. They are now 6-2. Ottawa came in here. Ooh, I don't know if I have Ottawa's record. That's my new football league on that page. I'm getting ready to start a brand new career football league with my new Time Sport Simple series. I cannot remember what Ottawa's record is here. Dang it. Well, I'm gonna have to look that up later. All right, we got games to finish, but Ottawa's not doing too hot, so that's probably only their second or third win of the year. All right, Calgary Stampeders, led by Dickinson, coming to town at Hamilton Stadium to play the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Adams Jr., quarterback, Mills, Jones, and I believe there has been one of these teams has a new quarterback playing. I don't know if Adams is playing anymore. I can't remember. I just watched highlights of last week's games, and I noticed there's a new quarterback on one of these teams. Darn it! I want to say BC Lions have a new quarterback the last week. Anyway, Adams Jr., Mills, Jones, Philpott, Brissett, Brooks, and Barnes. McAdamy, I did it again. McAtamney, place kicker. McAllister at return man for Dickinson's Stampeders. Hamilton Ticats, coached by Scott Milanovich. Mitchell, quarterback. Roundtree at halfback, and a second Mitchell at wide receiver. Smith, Trowowski, Gittins, and Wheatfall the receivers. Legio is the place kicker, and Wooden is their return man. All right, let's see what happens. Calgary with a plus 5% and Hamilton with a plus 10%. This is going to be a close game. Calgary comes out in the opening drive, and no, I take that back. A 1. They're shut out. It's a big hit fumble recovery by the linebacker. Lineman 2 falls on the fumble, and Calgary shut out here as Hamilton gets the job done on defense. Hamilton's going to score a touchdown, pass TD of 18 to Trowowski for Mitchell. Touchdown. Here we go. Calgary is going to get shut out. I can't believe it. Sack. Fumble recovered by the linebacker. Adams Jr.'s strip sacked. Recovered by the star linebacker, it says. The Hamilton Ticats, 18 plus 220. They're going to score 10 points. It's a pass touchdown to the tight end of 11. And the field goal is 46 yards. It is 17-0 at halftime. The Hamilton Tiger Cats putting on a show at Hamilton Stadium in front of their hometown fans. Hamilton will start the third quarter, and they're going to score a field goal of 42 yards. It's 20-0. Calgary is going to get shut out. I can't believe it. Intercepted by the third defensive back. That would be like the either in your lineup, or it would be like your cornerback 1, cornerback 2, free safety. So maybe the deep safeties picked off Adams. And I can't believe it. Calgary is looking like they're going to get shut out. Hamilton's final possession, 8 plus 1 is 9. Another field goal of 31. They keep adding to their score at home in front of the fans. And Calgary, will they be shut out? 12. Nope. They're going to get they're going to score a touchdown and go for 2. And it's going to be a 21-yard touchdown pass to Jones. But they've missed the extra point. It's going to be 17-23-6. Calgary. Calgary is now 2-6. Hamilton is now 2-6. And Hamilton is 3-4. How about them apples? We got one game left. Hamilton puts on a show on defense, stifling Calgary. Again, there may be injuries. There could be any reason to narratively explain why Calgary stumbles on the scoreboard. Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Edmonton Elks. Folks, these are the two, for me, the two most interesting teams this season. And they happen to be in the West, so it's interesting. Killam. I underestimated Killam, and I think he's got Edmonton playing brilliant ball. Corey Mace, head coach of Saskatchewan. Harris at quarterback. Ouellette at running back, Keyshawn Johnson, Schaefer Baker, Duncan Bushy, Emulus and Johnson are the chief receivers, Hell at place kicker, and Letcher the return man. On the flip side, Coach Killam, we got Fajardo at quarterback, Rankin, who's a fantastic back, Mack, who's a stud from Ohio State, Luther, Julian Grant, O'Leary, Orange, and Cephas. This team, this might be their year, right? Blanchard at place kicker. Leak is the return man, and they are at the Commonwealth Stadium. This is a West rivalry. Saskatchewan with a +5, Edmonton with a +15% at home. Let's see what happens. Saskatchewan goes to work. They're gonna get shut out. You got to be kidding me, man! We've had 1, 2, 3 games where the opening visiting team was shut out. This was an interception by the DB. So the Edmonton Elks shut Harris down. Edmonton with a +3 is going to score 10 points. It's going to be a touchdown run of 7 for Rankin and a 19-yard chip shot field goal. You're kidding me. They took a chip shot field goal. Second quarter, Saskatchewan's going to score a field goal of 41 yards. So they're going to get on the board, but that's all they can muster in the second. Edmonton's going to score 9 and 3's a field goal of their own, 53 yards. And folks, at halftime, it's 13-3. Edmonton leaves the door open for Saskatchewan to come back and win this ball game. We're going to start with Edmonton in the third. 11 plus 1 is 12. It's a field goal. So Edmonton's adding a 23 yards. So they're settling for these chip shot field goals. And Saskatchewan can come back. 16 plus 1, 17 touchdown. There it is. 78-yard interception return. Star cornerback Fajardo picked off. And it's a pick 6 scoop back to the house by the top DB of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. That defense, something special there. Here we go. Edmonton rolls first in the fourth. 10 plus 1 is a field goal. They just keep tacking on another field goal. 37 yards. Folks, that might be enough to win this game. Saskatchewan needs a 20. They're going to get 11. They're going to settle for a field goal of 33, thinking they're going to get the ball back. And it doesn't happen. 10-19 for Edmonton. 13 for Saskatchewan. What a game. 6-point difference. Saskatchewan came in here 5-1. And they're now going to be 5-2 thanks to Edmonton. Edmonton had been undefeated at 6-0. They lost to Saskatchewan 29-17 in Mosaic Field. So they were 6-1. They are now 7-1, getting revenge in their house. So how about them apples? Both teams won at their respective places. And I have a feeling there's going to be a little playoff atmosphere coming for those two teams in future. I should say a little playoff action, not atmosphere, action. All right, folks, this has been my CFL play-along, Week 9. Got it done before all the big games using pen and paper football. And again, I'll try next time not to wait so long in the week, but I've had so much going on. Finishing up my time series, Dell and I working on our gridiron games, and of course, I will have to admit, I've been playing a ton of gridiron. So there's nothing like enjoying your own recipe, right? I mean, you should be making food because you love food. You should be making meals or dishes because you love them. You love food, and then you should be able to enjoy your own flavors, right? And so Dell and I are no different. We want to make what we enjoy or what we want to play, and then I want to sit down and enjoy a heaping spoonful of that thing. And so I've been really digging Grid Zone. So, all right, everybody, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Grid Zone. Gee, many Christmas. Gridiron. Well, ironically, maybe the two most remarkable football games I've played in the last 20 years of my life are grid games, Grid Zone and Gridiron. So that's possibly a good thing. Bye-bye.